Hello, thank you for joining us today. My name is Dr. Jawan Clark, and I am one of the faculty members here in Chipola College in the School of Education. I'm also an alumnus here at Chipola. I was in the very first graduating class in the elementary ed program. And so today I have some exciting people that's here with me who are also graduates of our Chipola Education School Education program. And so I want to take a moment and just allow them to introduce themselves.
My name is Patrick Jones. I graduated here at Chipola College in the elementary education program in 2012, going in my 13th year of education, elementary ed, been up to middle school math, drove a bus, coached, been assistant principal now at Alpha for 4 years, and my second year principal, so 6 years administration going in Alpha School.
I'm Sabrina White. I graduated the Exceptional Student Education program here in 22. I teach special education at Kate Smith, second grade, and this program allowed me to go to college in the evenings and weekends, and while I was still working full-time as a para in the schools.
I'm Kayla Wilson. I graduated here 2016 from the English program. I spent 6 years as a teacher, and now I'm going into my third year as an administrator. I'm the assistant principal at Graceville School.
Hi, I'm Hannah White. I have graduated here in 2021 with the elementary program. I've taught second grade 3 years, and my fourth year I'll be at Conway Elementary School. My previous 3 years were at Mariner K-8.
So as you can see, we have some great alumni that are here. And so what we want to do is just take a moment. Chipola has a special place in all of our hearts. I was in as I said, the very first graduating class in 2010, close to whenever the Flintstones, had the cars and all, And so, we had little stone tablets and all when we worked back then. And so, Chipola has a great special places in all of our hearts. And so let's just take a moment and what was it that really just stood out to you about our program?
Well, with my time at Chipola, I started out, we were at the old education building, not this nice state-of-the-art facility we're sitting in today. But there was a lot of camaraderie, a lot of relationships built, a lot of foundational skills learned during my time here. I felt like it better prepared me to be an educator, to be in the school setting and to work with children. I got into education because I love children, I loved coaching, I wanted to make a difference in children's lives, especially as a positive male role model. I'm sure like you did,
exactly.
For a bunch of children coming in homes without a father figure. But just learning to grow through the program, learn to grow with my colleagues, and now several of the colleagues I work with are people I went through the program with that I'm now the administrator of. So it's definitely taken full turn for me, people I went through the trenches with in the program. Now I'm also their administrator, so a little bit different role for me, but it's done a lot of growing, and I definitely credit Chipola for the success that I've built and, where it's led me to this point I am today. So, Chipola really has built me up, and I appreciate everything they've offered me and they've put into me.
Oh, yeah, and I can definitely agree with you. Being here in the Chipola Education program, I actually ended up going to elementary ed myself, and coming out of elementary education, I went to Graceville, and I was a teacher, kind of assistant principal for a few years, became principal, and then came back here. And so now here, have an opportunity, so as you said, to continue to impact a lot of different students in a different way now by impacting their teachers. So, having that camaraderie aspect is really, really neat. What about you, Sabrina?
Well, I worked in the education setting for close to 15 years when I came here, and my kids had finally gotten old enough to where they did not need me, and Chipola offered me a way to go to college and still work full-time. I was able to take online classes, evening classes, which was really nice since I could still continue working through the process. And I had a little sister that passed away that was special needs, so I had this drive to want to work with kids similar to her to assist and make a difference. So Chipola, in that sense, I feel really prepared me for it. Their classes are rigorous, but they try to cover all the contents. I felt I went in as prepared as I could be into the classrooms when I graduated.
Oh, that's amazing, and thank you for sharing that passion. Because I think we're all here because of the passion that we have for children, but definitely that stories. It's amazing. So, Ms. Wilson.
Chipola College means a lot to me, actually, especially the College of Education. I got to spend 2 years with some of the best people I've ever met in my life. We created a group. There was only about 6 of us in the English program, And we did all of our classes together and in such a small setting with such great teachers who really cared about whether or not we were going to be successful. That mattered a lot to me because I did, like you said, I felt very prepared coming out. They did everything they could to get us into the schools, to give us time, to get prepared. And then the rigor of the program was just top tier. I could not have asked for a better experience at a college. And that mattered a lot to me because I obviously I wanted to be successful, and I am. So Chipola very much prepared me for that.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And, and like the class sizes, whenever we came through the program, it was small, but not too small, but it was small enough to where, you knew all of your classmates. There was
Definitely developed a relationship.
And I'm just going to say it like this, since I was in the very first graduating class, our class was probably the best class. I'm just saying, not trying to knock anybody else, but shout out to 2010, right? Best class ever. But we do develop those relationships because we are so intimate when it comes down to the class sizes, and we have an awesome dean that sits here and works with us hand in hand. It's small enough that we have that own in hand interactions.
Yes.
So Hannah, I know you recently graduated not too long ago.
Yes,
right?
2021. And I do agree. I've built friendships and I'm still friends with these people. I've worked with them at Marion K8 as well. It just really helped a lot. Working with our mentor teacher in the classroom, we even started at the very beginning. So we were helping them put the classroom together, getting the desks together, going over curriculum, getting the year really planned out so you're understanding what you're going to have to do. It's not just, I get to decorate my classroom, and then I'll just, do whatever in class. No, like we're going through curriculum, we're seeing what works best for the kids. We're, differentiating instruction. We're really hands down into it. You're really getting those life skills too, and knowing that it's not just, dressing pretty and, going to work. We're actually putting in the effort and working with the kids and trying to do what's best for them to be successful. And Chipola really did prepare me for that as well.
Oh, that's awesome. And if I had to ask this question, this is something that just came to my mind. Like, if you had to tell someone who was considering coming to our program, one thing that really will draw them to our program, what would be that one thing that you would really tell them to consider?
For me, it's if you want to be a part of a family with someone that's going to support you and lead you and get you to where you need to be, Chipola's the program.
Yes.
Unlike anyone else, I don't think anyone else can say this. When I went through the program with my wife and my mother. So all three of us were in the program at one time. So for me, yes, it was a family experience, but everyone I was in the program with also became family.
Yeah.
So just the closeness, the camaraderie, the relationships you build and the personal connections and the professional connections you make. I know to this day I can still call you, Dr. Clark, I can call Dr. Calster, anyone I need to at this time. Y'all answer the phone. If I ever have a question or a need or just something I want to talk about, y'all are there. So just the connections and the professional contacts and everything that we build with this program, it's just come a long way. And I believe that's where Chipola stands apart from other colleges, is that the connections we all have with each other. And we, just like today, we all keep and remain and, it stays in contact throughout the years.
To build on that, I totally agree with you. When I started here or was trying to get in and started taking my few classes, I do feel like it is a family and there is a lot of support. English was my second language, and Dr. Johnson, when I was prepping to take the general knowledge exam, she helped me so much, rooted me on, called me that morning before I took my test, told me I could do it. There's just that support and just really caring about each individual. I wasn't just a number.
Right.
Yes.
So she was there to support me, to root me on. You've got this. Talk to her afterwards. How do you feel? You're not just out there by yourself.
Right.
They're supporting you every step of the way.
Oh yes, and I'll build on that as well, because when we look at graduating, we tend to think, okay, we graduate and we move on with our lives, and we just kind of forget about everybody. But it's like this family never ends.
Right.
Like even when we leave this program, like when you always come back, it still feels like home, and you do have those lasting relationships. Where even when you see somebody down the road, it's like, hey, Pat, hey, Kayla, my daughters go to school at Graceville, so when I walk in, it's like, hey, Kayla, what's happening? And it's like we are that, we are that family, and so we do have that opportunity to continue to stay connected, and so it builds a network of relationships that last a lifetime. Right?
Absolutely. Well, they saw my answer about support.
Yes.
Rude. But I think the next thing that I would probably go to after that would be the attention to detail that they pay for the classes. I got exactly what I needed out of the English program. They were very, I don't know the exact word or verbiage that I could use right now, but it was like I had exactly who I needed for each particular class. They lended their strength to each of those classes. And then when you went through that, like we did, Dr. Rentz, and now she's the vice president here. She is fabulous. I mean, she was our person for English, and she helped us every step of the way. And she literally put in every ounce of work into each class. And it was like, that's exactly what we needed to pass that subject area. That was exactly what we needed to pass those professional ed test. That was exactly what we needed to go in and be that prepared. So it's the rigor of the program for me. That's probably right under the support tab. All right, the support is first. They have you. They got your back. They will do anything for you. They'll meet you halfway or wherever you're at. And then right under that, they're going to make it good. And the program's going to be that good that you're going to be that prepared to go out and actually be successful.
And I think, Kayla, speaking on that, me and you sat through the interviews that Chipola offered.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
just the level of knowledge that the interns had coming out and the interview process we went through, they interviewed better than some veteran teachers would.
Absolutely.
Than people who have been in education for years. And just hearing the knowledge that they have that they're acquiring through the program, it makes you feel comfortable as an administrator on my side when I make hires that these people came through Chipola's education program, that they got the ethics training, they got the knowledge foundations that they need to come in and teach in a classroom, that all we need to do is keep providing support for them as they embark on the beginning of their teaching journey. So, just knowing that they had the foundational skills coming through you guys, through Chipola College, definitely gives us reassurance as administrators, that we know that we're getting top quality out of the candidates that y'all produce through the education program.
We want Chipola applicants.
Yes.
Yeah, Alexa.
That's what we want
So that's
as admin.
so that's all the more reason for students to come into our program is because you guys already wanted them. So I
Yes.
like that.
I agree. Yes, the internship was a great aspect, but the mock interviews was another great aspect too, because we were actually able to sit in front of a principal, an actual principal, and really just go back and forth and hear what the questions they had to ask us. And oh wow, like how do I answer this as a practice? And then they were able to help us. So this is how I would answer this question. So they're giving us a lot of points to help us when we had an actual interview. And I do enjoy that and love that about Chipola's education program.
I love it, and it's kind of funny because on the back end, we call it like the little bullpen, the little holding room. When the interns come back out of the mock interviews, like they're like, "Oh my gosh, like I just got a job offer. I just got a job offer," and it's so rewarding for them because their whole like leading up to the mock interviews, they're wondering, okay, well, am I going to get a job? Am I going to have an offer? Like, is anyone really going to want me?
Right.
Well, then you guys and the partnership that we have with you guys, as the administrators. You really help to fill that void for them and really gives them that confidence that, okay, you know what? I am wanted. I am needed. And so, what? Kudos to you guys as well. Thanks.
We appreciate it. We love being invited every year. I'll come every year. We want those Chipola applicants, us first. Don't look at anybody else.
Don't nobody else.
Calhoun County.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today, and we hope that you guys will consider coming to the School of Education program. As you're seeing here, we have 5, including myself, alumni that have graduated from this program and has gone on to do some amazing things. So you can be the next person sitting in one of these chairs as well.